You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I'm not really sure how this is possible, but yes, let's feel good in the moment for the Boston Red Sox. The Sox bats waking up Monday night in the series opener at Fenway Park against the Baltimore Orioles. Sox 15 hits, 7 extra base hits, thumped the O's 12-3. Bello, tad shaky, but he did manage to work it in the sixth. Then he picked up the win, his team leading 13th on the season. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, national show host. As a kid of the 1980s, watched Red Sox games on a small black and white TV on a Connecticut TV channel. And a Red Sox affiliate, former big league pitcher Scott McGregor once told me I had more useless information than any person he had ever come across. And to this day, I take that as a great compliment. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're talking about a winner. We're going to discuss Rob Refsnyder's big night at the dish. Refsnyder, Tyler O'Neill going back-to-back, not once, but twice with home runs. And yes, we are scoreboard watching. Yes, the Sox could pick up a game in the AL wildcard standings with the Twins losing at home as we speak to the Anaheim Angels. That game is in the bottom half of the ninth inning. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Introduce yourself, join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit the comment button. Join the Sox conversation. You can also hit me up on X at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concerns. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by FanDuel. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. So the Sox pick up the victory. Brayan Bello, shaky, but managed to work into the sixth inning. Bello gave up a run in the first, left the bases loaded. And the Red Sox answered right back with a run in the home first inning. Devers, 3-hit night. Went first to third on a double by Refsnyder. That was the start of his big night at the plate. And Tyler O'Neill swung 3-0, made contact, got Devers in from third, 1-1 ball game at that point in time. Now, Bello on the other side, we're going to get into some of his numbers. But Bello did a nice job in the second, settling down, finding the strike zone. Gave up a 2-out walk to Henderson, but got Mullins on a nice job at second by Gonzalez and Wong at first base on a stretch. Then the Red Sox got going in the third inning. And it almost got going with Jarren Duran, who the Sox need to get going right now. But it was nice to see the Sox put up 12 runs and 15 hits without Duran doing a whole heck of a lot at the plate. But in that third inning, when the Sox went in front, Duran, a liner towards right center field. Cedric Mullins racing to his left his feet, gamble paid off. Robbed Jarren Duran of a triple. Maybe an inside-the-park home run. My first NESN reference of the night, Dave O'Brien. Kevin Youkilis thought inside-the-park home run. I thought the right fielder was backing up the play enough where Duran would have gotten a triple. But with Jarren Duran and his speed, if that ball gets by Cedric Mullins on his dive attempt, it was all or nothing for Mullins, and he gambled, and it paid off. He made a heck of a catch. One of the top 10 catches of the season, maybe top 5 in Major League Baseball. So Duran was turned away in the third inning. Devers singled. Refsnyder follows up. Boom, home run, 2-run shot. The Sox weren't done. Tyler O'Neill, another solo home run. And this is where I was going to reference NESN for the first time. Kevin Youkilis, when it happened again in the 8th inning, just chuckling over the fact that Tyler O'Neill hits a lot of home runs with nobody on base. Did it twice on Monday night. Refsnyder, 2-run home run. That broke a 1-1 tie in the third inning. And then Bello took the mound in the 4th inning. And Bello gave up a run in that inning as he walked Santander with the bases full. Santander had a big night at the plate for the Orioles. The Orioles aren't hitting. The Orioles aren't doing a lot right now. They're kind of a scuffling team. And I'm not talking about over the last couple of weeks like the Red Sox. I'm talking about before the All-Star break. Because the Red Sox were red hot going into the All-Star break. The Orioles have now been kind of on the fringe, even though they started Monday night just a half game behind the Yankees for first place in the AL East. They've had injuries. They've had guys in and out of the lineup. They've had different starting pitchers. They've had bullpen guys come and go. But we're talking about the Red Sox and picking up the victory against the Orioles in the series opener. And picking up the victory after Sunday's dreadful ninth inning against the White Sox. Dave O'Brien, Kevin Youkilis are talking about it. We talk about it here. You pretty much have to win every series throughout. That sweep, if they could have gotten that sweep, and they should have gotten that sweep against the White Sox on Sunday, late last night, I actually sort of got myself going in the right direction. By the way, right now, scoreboard watching here in segment number 1 of our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. The Red Sox are now 3 games behind the Twins for that third wildcard spot in the American League. The Angels helping out the Red Sox with a 6-2 victory. Angels got 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the third, 2 more runs in the 6th inning, and they get the job done in Minneapolis. Detmers and Suarez combining for 9 innings and 2 runs of baseball out against the Twins, who are right now on the struggle bus. The Twins have now lost 4 in a row, 6 of 7. So Seattle idle, Detroit idle. The Red Sox move in front of them. Actually, I think that it would be they pick up a half game. So they're all 3 out. I got to do that math in my head real quick here. But they're all 3 out. Tigers, with Minnesota losing, picking up a half game. And Seattle doing the same thing. So the Red Sox aren't alone, 3 games back. You've got the Tigers, Red Sox, and Mariners all 3 games back of the Minnesota Twins, who are basically right now saying here, go ahead, take it. You want it? Come and take it. It's here for the taking. Red Sox have to feel good. Trevor Story, big part of this. Trevor Story defensively, it was like they said. Trevor Story's getting the job defensively. That has settled down the Red Sox a little bit defensively as well. We still haven't seen Cedar Rafaela at second base. Story has played every game since coming off the IL and getting back in the lineup on Saturday. Rafaela has been in center field. Guess what? Agree with it 100%. I don't think now is the time to put Cedar Rafaela at second base. He's had some starts there, but it's been a while. Keep him in center field. Be strong up the middle defensively. You're better defensively at shortstop with Trevor Story. We know that. Cedar Rafaela, I've been told, and I believe it, is going to win a Gold Glove in center field at some point, unless he moves to second base. Unless Trevor Story has another injury. Don't want to go down that road right now. But you have to feel good. And the mantra, the theme, Godfather 3 over the last handful of weeks. After Sunday, we all wanted to jump ship again. I'm here for the duration. I hope you're here too. And last night late, I was looking at the schedule. Okay, AL East teams. The Orioles are in, then the Yankees for 4 in the Bronx starting on Thursday. But I resigned myself to the fact late Sunday night that the Sox, they're going to flirt with it. Maybe that dreadful spell is now in the rearview mirror. They're 3-1. They should be 4-0. They should be 4-0. I'm not going to let that angst take over this Locked On Red Sox postcast. They should be 4-0. They're 3-1 on this current homestand. Keep winning at home. If they're going to make a run and they're going to be there, they've got to win at home. They took the opener against the Orioles, clinched the series on Tuesday, then go for the series sweep against Baltimore on Wednesday. Do that. We'll take it. But right now, 3 back of Minnesota with Detroit and Seattle. Tigers and Mariners picking up a half game with Minnesota losing. The Red Sox pick up a full game. But I resigned myself to the fact last night to complete the thought from about 2 minutes ago. I do that sometimes, and sometimes I'll just completely forget about it. You may know that. You've got to be within striking distance. You've got to be within 2 or 3 games. You can't be 3.5. Well, you won't be a half game, but you can't be 4 games back of Minnesota. That Twins series at Fenway coming up on the homestand after this one. Go to New York for 4, go to St. Pete for 3 with the Rays, then you come home. You've got Minnesota. That series is going to dictate a lot. And it may very well come down. You've now got, what? I'm trying to do the math in my head. 20 days left in the regular season, 18 games to go. That Minnesota series might be make or break. At that point in time, who knows? But it's going to be an up and down here. Right now, it was Kansas City. It was the Red Sox. Scuffling. Now, the Twins are on that struggle bus. They might be in the passenger seat. Let them take over. Let them drive. Again, they've lost 4 in a row, 6 of 7. So Detroit, Boston, Seattle, all 3 games back. And I did write off the Mariners a long time ago. Maybe that managerial change made sense. Red Sox all of a sudden now 4-7 against the Orioles this year. 3-1 on the current homestand, 2 more to go. Don't stop now. Keep winning at home. Win the series tomorrow. Have an opportunity Wednesday to come to the ballpark for a series sweep against the Orioles, who are playing for something. They're playing for a division title. But the Sox pick up the win, a great win, especially after the loss on Sunday to the White Sox, where Chicago scored 5 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Sox take the opener. How about back-to-back? Not once, but twice. Refsnyder and Tyler O'Neill. They'll be part of numbers of the night. But Rob Refsnyder, have a night at the plate, Rob Refsnyder. 4 for 4, double 2 home runs, also walks, he was on base 5 times, and he knocked in 5 runs. O'Neill, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, the 2 solo home runs. Cedar Rafaela, big base hits, adding on to leads. Came to the plate with the bases loaded, knocked in 2 with a single. Rafaela, 4 RBIs in that number 9 spot in the lineup. And Cedar Rafaela, as a rookie, add to that total now 69 RBIs in the season. For Cedar Rafaela, some big hits, extra inning home runs, New York, Detroit, but 69 RBIs now. We know he's part of the conversation. We know Jarren Duran's part of the conversation for MVP. We know Cedar Rafaela is part of the conversation for Rookie of the Year. But what if he finishes strong now over the final 3 weeks? Hey, again, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button and join the conversation. As down as I was on Sunday, and this is September baseball, so you're up, you're down, you're up and down. The Red Sox have done that to all of us. That's why I've enjoyed coming on here. Even on Sunday, disappointed, happy today, 3 games back. Not a lot of time left in the regular season. 20 days left in the regular season. Actually, now 19. And what, you've got 18 left? I'm bad at math, but you've got 18 games left in the season. Who's joining us? Shooting Smoke keeps the streak alive. That was fun. That was fun for the first time in a while. DJ's checking in. Yeah, the offense finally woke up. Come on, DJ. DJ, come on. We're all positive here. Hey, by the way, Shooting Smoke, I was going to say it yesterday with Richard Fitz on the mound. You cleaned it up, mister. Now I'm on record. Jokes aside, of course. Appreciate you guys checking in. Yes, the offense finally waking up. DJ Porter is mentioning the strikeouts. Yeah, this is a team that strikes out. You know, you've got the Mariners all season long. They've been that team number 1 offensively in strikeouts. Fired their hitting coach early on in the year. Got rid of Scott Service. Edgar Martinez comes in. Guess what? They're still striking out. So are the Red Sox. You don't like it. You get to postseason baseball. You want to put the ball in play. But a 12-3 victory against Povich and the Orioles bullpen. Santander had himself a night with a couple of hits, a home run, 3 RBIs. Now has 40 home runs on the season. But we're going to get into Brayan Bello next. We're also going to tip our cap. We'll have our up out of the night, and we've got a tip of the cap as well. That is next. Steve Lennox with you, Locked On Red Sox postcast, talking about a Red Sox victory, a thumping of the O's in Game 1 of the series, 12 runs, 15 base hits, as the Sox pick up the victory at Fenway. Again, now 3-1 on this current homestand. Locked On Red Sox postcast, talking about an impressive victory for the Red Sox against The Baltimore Orioles. Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day. We are presented by FanDuel. You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, we have something a little different for you right now. And now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get 3 weeks free with a trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you're going to need is your Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com, download America's #1 sportsbook. Red Sox, FanDuel odds going into Monday's opener. Rafael Devers was plus 420 to hit a home run, plus 5,000 to hit 2 home runs. I didn't do it, did I? I don't have Rob Refsnyder. He hit the first home run of the game. Tyler O'Neill was plus 3,100 to hit 2 home runs, and he did it. Did somebody win and hit on that one? The Sox were plus 270 not to hit a home run in the opener. I did not have Rob Refsnyder down to hit a home run or to hit a first home run or to hit 2 home runs. Bad job on me. Tyler O'Neill was plus 460 to hit the Red Sox first home run, but O'Neill hitting 2 home runs. He was plus 3,100. There you go, Tyler O'Neill. Brayan Bello was minus 116 to record over 4.5 Ks. He had 5 strikeouts. Red Sox FanDuel future bets. The Sox going into Monday plus 16,000 to win the World Series. Red Sox plus 10,000 to win the AL pennant. Don't forget, visit FanDuel.com. Download America's #1 sportsbook. So the Sox pick up the victory again. If you want to join the conversation, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button and join the conversation. Great win for the Red Sox, and let's have more of them here over the final 2+ weeks of the regular season. You can also hit me up on X. Subscribe to the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. You've got Locked On Boston College postcast. You've got the Locked On Patriots postcast now up and running as well. So continuing to build our audience and continuing to ask you to subscribe to that Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. Follow me on the X at Lennox on Baseball. At bat of the night coming up in just a moment here. And really, I'm still up in the air as to where I'm going with the at bat of the night. How about, do I want to go there? You know what? I'm not going there on the base running. Refsnyder got thrown out of the plate in the 5th inning on a double off the wall from Tyler O'Neill. Could have added on Refsnyder. They did not even look at it on replay. They did not challenge it. And Kyle Hudson with another runner cut down at the plate. That's as far as I'm going there. But Brayan Bello picking up the victory. Bello, team best 13th win on the season. I know numbers of the night come up in the third segment rather, but Bello worked out of a bases-loaded jam in the 1st inning, gave up a double to Henderson. Then Santander had an RBI single to make it 1-0 Baltimore. He walked O'Hearn. Rutschman had a single to load up the bases. Jimenez struck out. Cowser struck out, inning over. And then Bello, 97 pitches through 5 innings, came on for the 6th inning, got Mayo on a ground out, Alex Cora out of the dugout, and that was all for Brayan Bello. But Bello twice in the ballgame. He hit Mullins in the 4th inning, then Santander walked with the bases full, and then Bello left the bases loaded by getting a flyout for the final out. Red Sox were up 4-2 at that point in time, and Winkowski gives up a run, but that was it. So Bello picks up the win. And this is from the Red Sox game notes from the Boston Red Sox Media Relations Department. Since the start of July, Bello now 6-2 with an ERA under 4. In 13 starts covering 76 innings, Bello's given up 33 earned runs. 1.89 ERA. 6 earned runs allowed in over 24 innings and 24 strikeouts in 4 starts during that 13-game stretch against AL East teams, including Monday night against Baltimore. The Sox are now 18-9 in his 27 starts, 8-3 in his last 11. And the Sox are now 9-5 in his starts at Fenway on the season, and they've won 6 of his last 7 starts at home as well. And Bello is now allowed 3 or fewer earned runs in 9 of his last 11 starts. That stretch began in the middle of July. I know that's a lot of numbers for Brayan Bello, but those are impressive numbers. Bello's best outing against the Blue Jays. This outing, shaky. Did not have his best stuff. Kevin Youkilis alluded to it a couple of times. Had the slider working, got some swing and miss, but he walked 5 batters and he struck out 5 batters. He left 5 runners on. He left the bases loaded twice. 5 walks total. Bello, if this start was June or early July, he's probably leaving the game in the 4th inning and giving up 5 or 6 earned runs. So I do believe that is part of Brayan Bello maturing as a pitcher. Still young. But the numbers I just rattled off there were a lot of them. But what I really like is the fact that his ERA under 2, 6 earned runs total, and 24 strikeouts, and 4 starts against AL East teams in the span of his last 13 starts. Take that, run with it, and Brayan Bello build on it. 100%. My at-bat of the night, I'd love to go to the 8th inning. I try not, and I don't think I have given 2 at-bats of the night. The best at-bat of the night, or, an at-bat that, double play where it didn't work out, and that was sort of the last opportunity for the Red Sox. I'm going Cedar Rafaela with a 2-run single with the bases loaded to make it 6-2. Hit the ball off the end of the bat, dumped it into right center field, and the Red Sox able to add on in that inning. And that was in the 4-run 6th inning. Not only did Rafaela come through, later in the inning, Rob Refsnyder came through. His base hit, scoring Danny Jansen and Rafaela, and that made it 8-2. Then Rafaela had a double and knocked in 2 runs in the 7th inning. That made it 10-3, the cherry on top of the sundae. Refsnyder and O'Neill. I almost went Refsnyder and O'Neill in the 8th inning, going back-to-back with home runs for the second time in the game. I go Cedar Rafaela. In the 6th inning, bases full, just off the end of the bat into right center field. He wasn't going for the downs. He wasn't going for the grand slam. By the way, 2 opportunities in that 6th inning, Rafaela and Refsnyder, both delivering. Rafaela first, and then Refsnyder later in the inning with a little 2-out magic, plating a pair to make it an 8-2 ball game, both with the bases loaded. So, again, we have to remind you, the Red Sox still do not have a grand slam this season. But with Monday's victory, we've got ourselves a race for that final wild card spot in the American League. Shooting Smoke joining us again. Post-game, they said Refsnyder held a hitters meeting. Yes, thank you, Shooting Smoke. Always contributing here. Shooting Smoke sharing with us. Post-game, they said Refsnyder held a hitters meeting, and it seemed to have worked. That is the benefit of veterans on the team. That's going to bring me into Rob Refsnyder a little bit. I've talked about Pivetta, free agent after the season, O'Neill, and there was something, stupidly, I sometimes click on headlights. I think Tyler O'Neill is somewhere else next year. I did read this little snippet of an article today. Tyler O'Neill won't be back with the Red Sox, and, they try to, make it a big headline and all that. I clicked on it because I knew it was O'Neill, but they think O'Neill's going to get some sort of deal out on the open market like Andrew Benintendi did, a 5-year, $75 million deal. I don't know. I don't think that's what the Red Sox. That money can be spent more wisely elsewhere. But yes, Shooting Smoke with that, Refsnyder held a hitters meeting. Kevin Youkilis did allude to that during the broadcast as well. Basically saying just go up there and take care of yourself. Don't try to hit a 3-run home run with nobody on base. And tonight was one of those nights, Monday night, one of those nights where they kept the line moving. Just mentioned it in that 6th inning. Rafaela coming through with the bases loaded. That's a sign of maturity for a young player in Cedar Rafaela. Eyes open, ready to go, eyes wide open. Hey, I'm going to hit a grand slam. I'm going to hit the first grand slam of the season. And don't think the hitters don't know that they have not hit a grand slam this season. And now 100 opportunities total. Thank you, baseballreference.com. But he just dumped that base hit, kept the line moving. We saw that from the Red Sox before the dry spell, which is hopefully now in the rearview mirror. That was into the All-Star break. That was for a stretch early on out of the All-Star break, although they opened up 1-5 against the Dodgers and Rockies. But then they went into a collective funk, maybe now out of it. Get Jarren Duran going, and you've got something. You really do. This is a lineup that can hit. It absolutely can. Went into a funk. Maybe it's now over. That's a good thing. You can stress that as a positive right now. The way the Red Sox approached it, shooting smoke, mentioning Rob Refsnyder there. So Refsnyder is a free agent at the end of the year. I absolutely bring him back. Somehow, some way. He could be a great veteran presence for this team. I'm not going to say Justin Turner. Refsnyder now a career high in home runs with the 2 on Monday night. But Rob Refsnyder can play multiple positions. He's a right-handed bat. And perhaps during that funk, Refsnyder and a couple of other guys in the lineup probably tired, but also overexposed to a certain degree as well. Refsnyder might be at his best when he's in the lineup 3 or 4 times a week rather than 6 or 7 times a week. He might be at his absolute best. And you know he's a great guy from all reports. Every report has Rob Refsnyder as a great guy. Cedar Rafaela, at-bat of the night, and the Red Sox victory. Red Sox, Mariners, and the Tigers, oh my, all 3 games behind Minnesota for that 3rd wild card in the American League. Coming back, numbers of the night, and a note on Liam Hendriks. Liam Hendriks talked to the media on Monday. He had some interesting things to say, and in case you didn't hear them or hear about Liam Hendriks being recognized for his work on and off the field, we're going to share that next. Locked On Red Sox Postcast brought to you by eBay Motors. Passion, drive, patience, the formula for winning championships. Also, it's what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle leveled up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED lights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it is easy. It is easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge savings. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions do apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. Glad you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox Postcast, talking about the Red Sox pounding out 15 hits and scoring 12 runs in a victory in the series opener against the Orioles at Fenway Park on Monday night. Steve Lennox, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, your team every day. So the Sox pick up the victory. Mentioned Liam Hendriks. We'll get to him in just a moment. But the Red Sox picking up the win. Numbers of the night also coming up. The Sox now 73-71 with 18 games left in the regular season, 20 days left in the regular season as well. The Sox now 6-11 over their last 17. And the Orioles are a team that, it's not that they've been under the radar, but the Orioles have been basically a 500 team for quite a while. Now 82-63 on the season. They've really been right around a 500 team. The Red Sox, 6 or more runs for just the 21st time in 48 games since the All-Star break. Now 20-28 since the break. If somehow, some way they get to 500 since the All-Star break, they're in the postseason. And if you want to arm wrestle over, the third wild card, that's not really the postseason. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I want this team in the postseason. I want this team playing October baseball. Even if it's 3 games, even if it's 2-0 in the opening round, I don't care. Get a couple of at-bats, get that experience, because we know October baseball is different. Get it now with some of these guys. Get Bello a start. Get Houck a start. Get Duran, Rafaela, Devers some at-bats, postseason baseball. So the Red Sox pick up the win, 73-71. Let's get into our Liam Hendriks note here. Monday, Hendriks did talk to the media. He was available. He's the Red Sox nominee for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award. 6th time in his career where he's been nominated. He was nominated when he was with the A's back in 2017 and 2019, nominated with the White Sox 3 straight years, 21, 22, and 23, and here in his first year in the Red Sox organization. Roberto Clemente Award, in case you did not know, you can actually vote for Liam Hendriks. The award recognizes a Major League Baseball player who best represents the game through extraordinary character, community involvement, philanthropy, positive contributions both on and off the field. Fans can vote for the Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. This is off the release from Major League Baseball on MLB.com. The website is mlbtogether.com/Clemente21, available in both English and Spanish. And Hendriks, I think it was Jen McCaffrey of The Athletic. She does a terrific job covering the Red Sox, the beat reporter for the Red Sox for The Athletic, basically got the quote from Liam Hendriks and shoot and smoke. This one's for you. Hendriks, again, 6th time that he's been nominated. Tim Wakefield did win it when he was with the Red Sox. But Hendriks basically saying it's ad-libbing a little bit. It's not all that hard to be nominated. Just don't be a bleep. You can fill in that word that Liam Hendriks used with Jen McCaffrey in the media on Monday. Again, you can vote for Liam Hendriks for the Roberto Clemente Award, MLBtogether.com/Clemente21. We are going to get into numbers of the night. Sox and Orioles continue their series on Tuesday. Red Sox right now 3-1, should be 4-1. But 3-1 right now on this homestand. 4 games back with 18 to go for that third wild card spot in the American League. Rob Refsnyder, outstanding night at the plate. Jarren Duran was 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Again, robbed of an extra base hit. Maybe an inside the park home run, according to Dave O'Brien and Kevin Youkilis. I thought stand-up triple. But Duran and Jansen was on a couple of times with a couple of walks and scored 2 runs. But Duran 0 for 5, average now at 289. Struck out 3 times. And I think you might have heard an F-bomb in there after his last strikeout. But it was nice to see Rafi Devers with 3 hits. It was nice to see Rob Refsnyder with 4 hits and 5 runs batted in. Hitting 2 home runs, also had a double. O'Neill, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Had 2 home runs, the 2 solo shots. Cedar Rafaela knocking it forward with a couple of base hits. Wong a hit. Trevor Story a hit, and Trevor Story also with a stolen base as well. Now for the Orioles on the other side, just want to look at this real quick. Yeah, 2 for 11. Remember, they left the bases loaded twice against Brayan Bello. I've touched on that a couple of times. But the Orioles were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position, and they left 11 runners on base. I didn't do it in our second segment. I do it right here. Josh Winkowski, great job by you. Did give up a run on the home run to Santander, but a lot of pitchers have given home runs up to Anthony Santander. By the way, Kevin Youkilis did mention it. Sox during the offseason and in the market for a right-handed bat. Would you have interest in Anthony Santander? 40 home runs now on the season with just under 3 weeks to go. I think I would. I don't want to say reasonable deal because he's going to get paid. But you add a right-handed bat, and Santander would play perfectly with the Green Monster in left. And you'd also take him away from the Baltimore Orioles. But Josh Winkowski gave up the home run, worked a 1-2-3 8th inning, worked a 1-2-3 9th inning, no more relievers. After the Red Sox went up 12-3 in the 8th inning, Winkowski closed the door in the 9th inning. Great job, Josh Winkowski. Now, Bernardino got the 2 outs in relief of Bello as well, so just 2 relievers used by the Red Sox on Monday night in the opener. That's great to see as well. So, numbers of the night. Let me see if I can get to a couple here. I'm not going through all of them, I promise. But the Red Sox have now had 100 opportunities this season. And in that 6th inning, Rafaela and Refsnyder both came through, so that's okay, no grand slam. But 0 grand slams and 100 opportunities on the season. Thank you for Bill Chuck for helping me find that on Baseball Reference. He noticed it over the weekend. 2 more opportunities on Monday night. So the Red Sox, the first time where Refsnyder and O'Neill went back-to-back. Then they go back-to-back again in the 9th inning. So updating my numbers. Red Sox have gone back-to-back 9 times this year. Tyler O'Neill has been involved in 6 of those instances. Refsnyder has now been involved in 3 of them as well. Numbers of the night. What's ahead? Red Sox going for 2 in a row against the Orioles in this series, trying to get a little bit closer to the Minnesota Twins. It really should be nip and tuck right now. They should be like right there. They're there, but they're not quite breathing down the Twins' neck just yet. Tigers, Mariners, Red Sox, all 3 games back. 18 to go for the Red Sox over the next 20 days. So, Red Sox now 4-7 against the O's on the season. First win of the season for the Red Sox. Remember, they were swept by the Orioles in their first home series of the season back in April at Fenway Park. So the Red Sox pick up the win. Albert Suarez and Cutter Crawford, the pitching matchup on Tuesday, then Dean Kramer, a right-hander, and Nick Pivetta on Wednesday in the finale. I brought up Suarez, not going into too many numbers, but he pitched well. 6 innings, 7 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and a 4-2 victory for the Orioles against the Red Sox back on August 18th at Camden Yards. Since then, he's worked 3 starts. Last time out against the White Sox, kind of gave up Zach Kelly numbers. Went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 home runs and 6 earned runs total, and what turned out to be an 8-1 loss. And Suarez now 7-5 on the season. So that is the pitching matchup for Game 2 of the series on Tuesday night. Cutter Crawford getting the start for the Sox as they'll try to clinch the series against the Orioles and try to make it 4 wins on the homestand with 1 more to go after Tuesday. That will come on Wednesday. Let's hit a couple of notes here. Again, if you want to join us real quick, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. In the comment portion, Shooting Smoke is dropping a couple of more nuggets of knowledge on us. Duran seems to be trying a little bit too hard. He has funks for a game or 2 every so often. Yeah, Santander would be a good addition. Shooting Smoke, we're right there. Appreciate that. I agree with Duran. This just seems to be a little bit longer when he goes into a funk. His funks usually have lasted 1 or 2 games. I do think he's trying to do too much. I think he's seen certain numbers. He's 99 runs, so he's a run away from reaching 100 for the season. The 75 extra base hits on the season. I think is it 75? So closing in on 80. I'm sure that's a number that he wants to get to as well. That is going to do it for us. We ran late, but again, excited about the fact that the Red Sox do pick up the victory against the Orioles. And really, it's the way they did it as well. Want to thank you for joining the conversation and joining us here on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Again, our podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. We're going to be on within minutes of the last out Tuesday night for Game 2 of the series between the Orioles and the Red Sox. Red Sox with a win can clinch the series and go 4-1 on their homestand. That, again, wraps up on Wednesday. Locked On Sports Boston, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Boston teams, your Red Sox every day.